Welcome to La Vida Rosa. I'm your host Pinky, and today we're going to be talking about my unpopular opinions about the Housewives. So if you'd like to see more, then just stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this video. I told y'all I've been wanting to get back into my rant videos, and they are very time consuming, and I just haven't been finding the time. Y'all know it's Christmas time. I've been running around here with my head cut off, and even when I do get a chance to sit down, I don't feel like doing it. This is more so of a random video because I want to stay consistent, because whenever I'm not consistent, I get thrown out of the algorithm and people don't see my videos. So I just want to make sure I post something. And so since I've been binge watching Housewives of Potomac, I was like, why not just do a quick little unpopular opinions about the Real Housewives universe, because unfortunately I've been sucked in. But I do want to preface this by saying that the only Housewife franchises that I watched like from the beginning to the end, at least binge watch them, is Housewives of Atlanta, Potomac, Beverly Hills, Salt Lake City. Yeah, those are the only four that I've watched from the beginning to the end, and I'm currently updated on them. The others, like, I watched the first few seasons of New Jersey, and I'm kind of caught up a little bit to where they are today, and you know, New York. And so I know the major characters from the other shows, but I don't like to speak on shows that I haven't watched from the beginning, because it's so easy to judge based off one season, but so much changes between the seasons. So I'm gonna leave those alone. I'm gonna talk about the ones I know. So I think I'm gonna start with the Potomac girls. Like I said, I'm binging them right now. I'm on season 3, and one thing that I've noticed, I feel like this show would be a lot lighter without Giselle. I feel like people would be able to let go of these beefs a lot easier if she wasn't constantly stirring the pot and discord between people. I feel like we would be able to have more fun shade moments. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be on defense. When she making wild accusations like what she made about Chris, it puts everybody in this awkward place where it's like almost like you have to choose a side, and Candice is gonna be on defense, and you know when she go off, she shake the room. So I don't know, I feel like the show would be a little bit, I would love to see a season without Giselle to see how it would look. Giselle is definitely the ringleader for all the bullying. Giselle is the one that if she holds a grudge against someone, she's going to hold it so tight that she's gonna find a way to make others ostracize you. They don't want to get involved because they don't want to argue with Giselle, because Giselle's the type to keep it going and going and going just to get her way. People apologize to Giselle just to end it, just to get it over with. I used to think it's because, oh, she's the queen bee, but it's because she's so rigid, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just want to move the storyline along. That's the reason why she's not letting up on Chris this season, because she knows that if she holds tight to this, eventually somebody's gonna fold or somebody's gonna be ostracized, because that's been the history of how she's done it on this show. I also feel like, you know, there's a debate right now whether or not the show has colorism. I personally believe that the show does have colorism, so this might be an unpopular opinion too. I think a lot of it stems from Giselle as well. I'm not saying she's the only one that has colorist ways. I'm not even saying that she only goes after the darker women on the show, but it's just how hard she holds a grudge on them. Not to mention the difference in how they treated Monique when she fought Candice versus Mia attacking Wendy. They basically were hyping Mia up during that fight, but Giselle was clutching her pearls and hiring security against Monique. And that's what I'm saying, that she holds the darker skinned members of the cast to a different standard. Especially, and I'm going to throw Robin in here, because Ashley on the very first season exposed you for being broke. How do we know that we would even know that about Robin? I mean, we probably would have known that based on where she was living, but that became Robin's storyline because Ashley told everybody that she only had $25 in her account, and I just thought that was crazy. And then she also attacked her relationship with Juan, which, I mean, that's an easy read. But you are able to forgive Ashley for all of that, and I personally believe it's because Giselle is cool with Ashley. So all of a sudden you could be cool and buddy with Ashley even though she maliciously attacked you unprovoked. But you have this unknown, no one knows the origin of this beef with Wendy other than that she read you last season, and you're gonna hold on to this beef the whole season. Pointless grudges. My next unpopular opinion is Candice be right. Now, I know it's popular right now to like Candice because of what's going on this season. I always felt like Candice was right from the moment she came on this show. I respect it because Giselle and Charisse were trying to haze her when she first got on the show, and she was not having it. And from that point on, anybody can get it. The only thing I disagreed with her was when she held on to this beef with Ashley over her drinking while she was trying to get pregnant. I thought that was stupid and ridiculous, and she was acting a fool that season. Other than that, I always felt like Candice had a point. Candice was always responding when she was going off on people. I can't remember a time where Candice came at someone unprovoked the way Ashley does. And I just don't understand why Ashley constantly got passes. This is another one of my unpopular opinion. I feel like Ashley got a lot of passes when she was pregnant. I feel like her slate was wiped clean when she got pregnant, and a lot of people just forgot everything that Ashley did. There's a long laundry list of things I could name that Ashley has done that's been disgusting on this show, but I feel like the most egregious was accusing Monique of drinking and driving that time she got in an accident on the show. If anything, she deserved to get bopped over Candice because that really could have affected Monique in a negative way. She could have been in jail. I'm not saying y'all had to comfort the woman and take her down while she was pregnant. I'm not saying you have to go off on her, scream at her, nothing like that, okay? What I'm saying is, even with flashbacks and things like that, let's not forget what Ashley did. Okay, and I feel like when she was pregnant, she was Mother Teresa, and everybody went, oh, I like Ashley. Just forget everything she did. It just washed her slate clean. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable to me. Now y'all are seeing her true colors again because she's back to her old tricks. But why is anybody shocked Ashley has been like this since day one? She's always thrown nasty jabs, hit below the belt for absolutely no reason at all other than to, I guess, make good TV. But she's always been nasty. A lot of people thought she changed because she became a... No. And why would y'all just automatically give her a pass because of it? Another unpopular opinion is I really feel like Askale should not have been let go. I'm just going to go ahead and insert my TikTok video here because it basically summarizes how I feel about Askale. Can somebody please tell me why they didn't ask Askale back? We needed her fashions, okay? Hair on point, makeup on point, and fashions on point. We don't have nobody else on the show that brings it the way that she did. Oh, now that Monique is gone, she used to bring it every reunion. That's one thing Monique did. She did slay. She had so much potential. She was married, had kids, and I think she had a little bit of potential drama with her in-laws. Everybody doesn't have to be over the top dramatic. Look at Cynthia Bailey. Beyond that, she's genuinely friends with Candice, and I believe she's, with Wendy as well. She would have had they back because she's not trying to impress the Green Eyed Bandits. She's not thirsty for camera time, trying to create drama. It's authentic. Why did y'all let her go again? I don't understand that. She definitely should not have been a one-season wonder. And finally, I feel like the men should have to show up to the reunion, the husbands. If you're featured on the season, I really feel like you should have to show up to the reunion. Like this season, Michael most likely will not be at the reunion because good, he wasn't on this season. But the past seasons where he didn't show up, where Juan is not showing up, I honestly feel like the women should be demoted to friend of the show. The men be involved in the mess and then skip the reunion. That's not fair. Another one of my unpopular opinions is I feel like every single franchise has their bad season, or maybe a slow season, or maybe not as an explosive season, or just a season that's not as good as maybe some of their original seasons. I feel like majority of the franchises go through this. One thing I don't like about what's going on with Real Housewives of Atlanta right now is because we don't have Nene, we don't have Porsha, we don't have some of the favorites on the show anymore. I feel like a lot of people are calling for the show to be canceled. Oh, just end it. It's not good anymore. Okay, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Like, you don't have to like the cast. You don't have to watch it. Fine. A lot of y'all are saying this and didn't even watch the season. I personally don't even think last season was that bad. I mean, no, it doesn't compare to the original seasons. I don't think there'll ever be a season like the original seasons. Even later seasons with Nene and Porsha on it didn't compare to the original seasons. Jersey has had their slow seasons. That's what made me stop watching Jersey in the first place, because the seasons got kind of whack. I was like, ugh. Beverly Hills, when I was binge watching that show, there's 2 seasons. I only watched the reunion because somebody told me that were whack. Just don't even give it a chance. Just watch the reunions. And look at how popular Beverly Hills is today. Imagine saying cancel Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, what show is your fave gonna go back to if you cancel it? That doesn't even make sense. Nene is not coming back. Y'all gonna have to let that go. The bridges have been burnt. Nene is the most iconic housewife. I don't care what no one says. There's no comparison. To this day, we use Nene gifs, memes. She has one that's applicable to any situation. Her sayings, her one-liners. I mean, she's solidified. I'm just gonna let y'all know it's over with. Y'all might as well let that go. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Another one of my unpopular opinions. I really do not think Cynthia's boring. Now, I did at one point. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I was like, get her off the show. But now that Cynthia's gone and I've looked back over some of Cynthia's moments, Cynthia brought a lot of authenticity that I think is missing from the show right now. Whether it was her family drama, them really not wanting her marry Peter, to Peter himself causing all the drama with the ladies, even her rushing to marry Mike and it turned out that it didn't work out with this divorce. I just feel like we have a lot more to explore with Cynthia, and I think a lot of people on this show are not willing to show their real lives. Instead they start fake beef, and that's why I enjoy Cynthia. She knew how to be a little bit of a bone carrier. And yeah, Cynthia would sometimes back down when it came to Nene. But when it came to other people, Cynthia would hold her own in an argument. And I'll never forget that time she got Marlo together. And Nene was like, see, that's the Cynthia. I know that's the real Cynthia. See, Cynthia, it's not that that's the real Cynthia. It's like you can either get the nice side or the nasty side, depending on the buttons you push. I just feel like Cynthia is one of the more real, authentic housewives. I did hear that she was going to be a friend of the show this season, so I'm happy to see Cynthia come back. Another unpopular opinion, LaToya got on my nerves too, but I feel like LaToya deserved another season. Tone it down just a little bit. She would have been good, especially with this cast. I feel like she would have been so good with keeping the drama going. The little frenemy relationship she had with Drew, I just feel like it left so much to be desired last season. Sorry, Sanya. We didn't really need Sanya. Y'all could have brought back LaToya. I would have loved to see that. Because one thing LaToya gonna do, she gonna stir up the drama, but she gonna stand behind it. So I can appreciate that. Another unpopular opinion, I feel like Phaedra should have gotten the same treatment as Porsha. So if y'all gonna bring Porsha back to the show, I feel like y'all should have eventually brought Phaedra back to the show. Or if y'all gonna get rid of Phaedra, y'all should get rid of Porsha. But I feel like it took both of them for that nasty, vicious rumor to be spread. One told the other and she spread it on TV. So I feel like the rumor would have never gotten on TV had Porsha not said it. A lot of people try to absolve Porsha, but I'm gonna have to hold her accountable. We wouldn't have known about the rumor had you not said it, okay? Another unpopular opinion about Porsha, I feel like she should have never done that reality show. I feel like she should have just bit the bullet, took all the reads and all the shade she would have gotten from Kenya and everybody else for marrying that woman husband. She should have just took all of that, because I feel like her fans would have, open arm embraced her. And I feel like her show showed her in a terrible, nasty light, even though I feel like it was accurate. But I'm just talking about for her own personal credibility and, as far as, the Porsha we always knew, I feel like it would have been in her best interest to stay on Real Housewives of Atlanta, eat whatever they gave you. Just stand in it, girl. You did it. I feel like she would have got a better edit, because on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and maybe this is an unpopular opinion, Kenya clearly is the villain to Porsha's hero. And so I feel like no matter what, no matter how this went down, even though a lot of people could not stand what Porsha did, including myself, I was like, ugh. Somehow she would have came out the hero on top because of how Kenya would have came after her. So it would have been in her best interest. Let me move on to Salt Lake City. I only have a couple about Salt Lake City. I feel like without Mary, that show is kind of really cringy and unwatchable. Who else is going to call out Jen Shaw? When I found out Mary didn't come to that reunion, I only watched clips online. And when people post clips online, it's supposed to be the best parts of the show, and I still be bored. Either y'all better figure out somebody else to bring in to give that show some life, because Mary took it with her. And when she left, she took all the quotables with her. really she took majority of the black audience she had to, because the only reason why I watched the show in the first place is because of Mary. And then Jen Shaw is leaving, so y'all really ain't gonna have nobody stir up no drama. The fake drama between Whitney and Heather, bad weather, girl, sit down. Lisa Barlow. Oh, here's another unpopular opinion. I always see on Twitter how people love Lisa Barlow and how she's so iconic in that hot mic moment. Girl, that is not iconic. She couldn't even stand in it. She cry and apologize about that every single time she get a chance. I didn't mean to. If she was standing it like Kenya, or if she was standing it like some of the other people that are villains on their show, maybe I could see her being, you know, the most iconic from Salt Lake City only. Okay, not of the franchises. But I can't give her no icon status because she won't even stand in what she says. She always backpedals and want to play the victim and cry at the reunion. Oh, I didn't mean it. But even before all this stuff we found out about Jen Shaw doing these illegalities, right? I feel like Jen Shaw should have been reprimanded for being as aggressive she was with the other ladies. She was physical. She was degrading. The way she spoke on some of these people, I mean, it was just so nasty. I just can't believe that she would get away with this without some sort of repercussion. I can guarantee you, if you dropped her down in Atlanta, she would be just as meek and mild. She wouldn't dare. So let's move on to Housewives of Beverly Hills. My unpopular opinion about Dorit, I feel like Dorit didn't become super stylish until she got around Erica Jane, because I believe she was on there one season before Erica, and then as soon as Erica came on the show, all of a sudden she became this fashion maven. I feel like if you're stylish, you'll be stylish no matter what. You'll be stylish if you wear thrift store clothing. I've seen people with little to no money that are still stylish wearing clothes that only cost $2. If you stylish, you stylish. Personally, I don't feel like, maybe this is another unpopular opinion, I don't feel like either Erica Jane or Dorit are that stylish. I just feel like they have the right people around them to style them. Because when Erica Jane lost a lot of that money, her style went down. She was all fly and stylish while she had that money, that had that stolen money. Okay, but once that money left, her style went whoop, and Dorit took the top spot for style. But I don't even feel like either one really. I feel like they're like dolls, and they have stylists that dress them like Barbie dolls pretty much. I don't think any of them have the best personal style. Another unpopular opinion, I know everyone is calling for Rinna to be fired. And yes, Rinna is nasty. And that's why I think that she should have to atone for all the things that she's done on the show. She's falsely accused so many people of so many things. She accused Yolanda of having Munchausen syndrome. The way she came for Kim on this show was just really nasty, when clearly Kim was going through a very difficult time in her life. The way she did her own friend Denise Richards, like, she'll throw anybody under the bus. She's just nasty for no reason, and it's unprovoked. She's doing it because she don't want people to take that microscope and really look into her life. And here's where my unpopular opinion comes in. I feel like she shouldn't be fired. A lot of people are calling for her to be fired. Don't fire her just yet. I'm glad she's gonna be on this season. What they need to do is do exactly what she does to other people, except use facts. Dig as deep as you can into her personal life and put it out on the table, okay? Let's talk about the husband, okay? Let's talk about the finances, because I heard some things about her finances in her house or whatever. Let's talk about her relationship with her children. Let's talk about it, because she wants to talk about everybody else's personal life and what they got going on, what they lying about, and owning it. Make her own everything and come with facts. I feel like she deserves a takedown season, because she always is the ringleader in taking down somebody else. Okay, so my next unpopular opinion, since I brought up Kim, I feel like Kim is the most iconic housewife from Housewives of Beverly Hills. If it's for that scene alone with Lisa Rinna, where let's talk about the husband, because she was trying Kim, okay? There was no reason for her to be coming for Kim like that. Kim got her together. In fact, Kim, anytime it was Kim versus Lisa Rinna, she always got her together every single time, because Lisa was starting it, but she couldn't finish it. And I was here for Kim getting her together every single time. And not only did she get Rinna together, she used to get her sister Kyle together. I loved how she wouldn't fake the funk with Kyle on camera. I appreciated that from her. Like, she's literally, I feel like, one of the most authentic to ever come from Beverly Hills. Because a lot of times they be smoking mirrors and, you know, hoity-toity. But Kim, she was the most down to earth on that show. Another unpopular opinion, this is mostly about Beverly Hills. But I feel like if a housewife has achieved fame outside of like the Housewives universe, so I'm talking about like a Garcelle, a Denise Richards, even Candy Burris, if they're like the traditional celebrity before they came on this show and they're still popular, like people would know their name even if they weren't on this show. I feel like the ladies are very intimidated by that. I feel like they always come at them a little bit harsher because of it. Like, they always try to take those people down. They always say the nastiest things about them, and I feel like it's because they feel threatened. And that's pretty much it, you guys. This video was a lot longer than I expected it to be. I didn't realize my list was so long. But y'all let me know what y'all think about my unpopular opinions down below. I would love to hear what you think. Also, let me know if you would like for me to do more unpopular opinions about, I don't know, different things. I don't know. Just let me know down below if y'all want to see more videos like this one, because this was like, I had done my makeup and it was kind of spur of the moment. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.